So we see you moving along your life, and you are manifesting so many things that you really love and really appreciate and are really happy about. And then you're manifesting a lot of manifestation events, and you're not getting the outcomes you think you need. You're not really making a lot of progress in certain areas of your life. You're getting stuck in some areas. And we would like to explain how this whole system of physical reality works so that you can easily navigate your reality in order to abide by the system of physical reality instead of confronting it and conflicting it and offering behaviors and moods and intentions that are really separating you from the life that you intended to live. That life you intended to live is the life you are living now. However, there is a way to live this life that is more in harmony and more in joy. You see, this is an expansive experience. So no matter what happens in this life, you will gain by this expansive experience. Yet there is a way to more effectively navigate your journey in physical reality. Primarily, what you are here to do is to discover who you truly are. So that begs the fact that you're living under the illusion. You are not living the truth of who you are yet. At some point, you will make your way to the truth, and then it'll be revealed to you, and then you'll say, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Why didn't I see this before? In fact, when you return to the non-physical, that's exactly what you'll say. It was so obvious. It was right there in front of me. I was so close to it, but I did not get it in this lifetime. Maybe I'll get it in the next lifetime. So we want to make it a little easier for you to navigate this journey. Now, what is happening on your journey is that you have a basic misconception about what reality is. You have a basic misunderstanding about who you are. You have a flawed premise in so many areas. And the basic misconception is that you perceive yourself to be an individual, isolated human living in a benevolent universe, needing to get what you lack and protect yourself from harm. And that harm is what we will say is negative emotion. So you're living a small life, you're abiding by your ego consciousness or your small self, trying to protect yourself from harm. And what's really happening here is that you're the creator of this whole reality. You're the creator of the relationships you have, the body that you have, the house that you live in, the community you live in, the country you live in, the planet you live on, in the universe. You created it all. All of its source is sourced from you. And then that reality is created and you interact with that reality. You interpret it, you have your perception of it, you choose perspectives, and you navigate this reality with this flawed premise that you are not the creator of the reality, in fact, the victim to this reality. So in that scenario, you are going about saying, well, if I get this, then I will feel happy. If I get people to love me, then I will feel secure. If I get enough money in the bank, then I will feel abundant. It's a transactional approach to life based on this flawed premise. And because it is an absolute opposition to how this universe works in the first place, you'll never get what you want in this approach to life. This is the old approach to life of the victim. We ask you to see yourself as the creator of your reality, as the creator, as the one that's worthy of it because you created it, as the one who is living it in joy because you created it, as the one who is free and worthy and able to perceive anything from the higher perspective of the creator. And if you could change your approach to life from the individual needing things that it thinks it lacks to the creator needing nothing, only expressing love into this reality, then your entire reality will change. You see, from this limited perspective, looking up at this reality that you think had existed before you were born and that you think has nothing really to do with you, well, you're just having to pay attention to what other people are doing, having to listen to everyone else, having to figure out a way to move through this reality so that you do not encounter harm. And that is a highly limited way to approach physical reality, way to approach your life. The limitless way to approach your life is to see yourself as the creator of it, even if you don't believe it yet. See yourself as the creator. Well, what is it that I want? What is it that I need? Am I getting what I want? Am I getting what I need? Well, as the creator, you need nothing because you're creating it all the time, everything that you do need. And when we say you're creating it, the reality that you're experiencing is the reality that you've created and that you are creating and that you will always create. That reality that is there existing in your face right now is the reality that you created by you and for you so you could have this experience. Now, this is the perfect reality for you. You wouldn't want any other one's reality. You want this reality. You want to lean into the reality that you're experiencing. You want to see it as magnificent, as completely beneficial to you. Now, it's beneficial to you not in making you feel secure, making you feel worthy, making you feel all these things, because the conditions that you create cannot make you feel that which you already are. You'll have to look at that reality from this higher perspective and realize, oh, this came along because I needed it at this time. This is a good thing because I see it as good and it matches perfectly my empowering beliefs. I'm judging that as a bad thing because I cannot see it, or I choose not to see how it could be good. And we will tell you that everything that comes to you is for your benefit. It's all good. It's all right. It's all perfect. And it all comes at the divine time. The timing of all this is perfect. And so when you encounter a manifestation event and you say it's wrong, or you say the people involved are wrong, you are resisting your creation, because that event came to you at the perfect time to illuminate a limiting belief that is preventing you from taking action when you're inspired to act. It's preventing you from even receiving the inspiration, because with the limiting belief in the way, it's blocking the inspiration, or it's at least blocking the action. And for you to become a match to everything you truly want, which has nothing to do with what you think you want, well, you'll have to process and overcome that limiting belief. And if you're not paying attention to your resistant thoughts, if you're waiting for things to change before you do the work to change, well, you're still going to have to encounter these limiting beliefs and these manifestation events so that you can get over that, change that. Because once you change a limiting belief into an empowering belief, your vibration changes, and that vibration is what's creating your reality. Now, the vibration that you're emitting right now is perfect in every way, and it's creating the perfect reality. Moment by moment by moment by moment. It's reflecting back exactly what you are believing and feeling and thinking and wishing for and desiring, and all these things that are going on within you. This reality is the perfect reflection of that. You can't change those conditions, because no matter how much effort and struggle you move through to change something, to create something you desire, if you don't foundationally alter the vibration, which is based on your belief system, then everything that changes in your conditions through effort and struggle and hard work and suffering and discontentment and wishing things were different will never make you feel any differently about yourself. It is only the inner change that causes the outer reality to change for you. You must make that inner change. You must do that work. You must think in terms of, I am the creator. This manifestation event has come to me. It's highlighting a belief that I didn't even realize I had. Well, let's take a look at this belief. Is this belief true? If it's a limiting belief, it's never true. It's always false, and you can find stacks of evidence in your own life and in the lives of others to prove that that limiting belief is false. Now, why do you have that limiting belief in the first place? Well, you adopted it along the way, or you brought it in with you from some other lifetime. This lifetime is the time to process those limiting beliefs. So if you have been thinking of yourself as a victim, that's based upon a whole pile of limiting beliefs that are not true. But you think it's true. You think it's so true that you don't even think it's a belief. You think you know that I'm not worthy of this, or capable of this, or good enough for this, or I'm not receiving that because of this, this, and the other thing, or there's not enough money to go around, or there's conflict going on everywhere around me, or I don't deserve to be loved like I want to be loved. Whatever it is, it's stemming from these limiting beliefs that are not true. If you perceive yourself as a victim, there's really nothing you can do about the limiting beliefs, because they will seem true to you, and you will just accept that they are your truth. This is just the way it is. This is just how I am. But we want to prove to you in such a strong way that none of these limiting beliefs are true. They're all simply missing information. And if any limiting belief had the information, it would never be a limiting belief. The limiting belief just lacks information. How do you get the information? You get the information through action. When you're inspired, you'll receive a thought, it'll seem interesting to you, and fear will pop up, and you will be at a crossroads there. Well, this inspired idea sounds fun, sounds interesting, sounds like something I could do, yet fear pops up because that fear is based on that limiting belief. Well, what's going to happen if you don't take the action? The limiting belief remains as it is, and limiting beliefs grow stronger and stronger over time. So without taking the action, you can't have the information that will prove that limiting belief is false. So the action is required. We're not saying that you are here to do anything. We're not saying that you have to effort and struggle. We're saying that when you receive inspiration from your inner self, that inspiration will lead you on a course to gather more information. Once the information is gathered, the limiting belief is no longer limiting because it has the missing information. Now, you could certainly do this without taking any action, but will you do it? And in the vast majority of cases, this does not happen. This is why action is so important in this physical reality. And when you start to take action, you gain confidence and clarity and information, and you'll gain faith in the system. But you first must see yourself as the creator of this entire reality. That's the position to take. You need nothing other than what comes to you. What comes to you is for you, always, every time, without exception. That's how the system of physical reality works. So if you took that perception or that perspective that you were the creator of this rather than the victim, you would have so much more of an empowering approach to life than the approach that you are offering now. And so when you think of all things, anything that's happening in your total reality, your present reality, or in the future, in the past, or in someone else's reality, in some other country, in some other side of the world, remember, you're the creator of this reality, your reality, and everything that's coming into you is for you. You can turn your attention from this perception of yourself as the victim in need of protection from outside forces, needing to change your current conditions, to the perception of the creator that creates without any effort whatsoever. But the creator must accept the conditions that exist now and push past fear when inspired to do whatever you're inspired to do. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Who'd like to start?